Hola.
What's up?
Buenos dias.
What's the Espanol for?
I don't know.
Okay.
Practicing.
Yeah. All right. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Oh, yeah. You go to the disco, huh?
No, that's where the library is.
Oh. No, I thought. Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
It's a library. Trust me.
Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas.
What does that mean?
Please stand clear of the door. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas.
That sounds really useful.
That's what they say at Disney World. When you get on the monorail. Please stand clear of the door. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas.
You got nothing.
Yeah, I know you don't. Because you're a hater like that.
Yep. Yeah. There's got to be a lot of haters of Disney.
Oh, I'm sure there are. They're assholes, but whatever.
They're assholes.
I mean, how can you hate that most happiest place on earth? And look, it's just because people don't get it. That's all. That's all. Oh, don't worry. Huh?
Tell us more.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this. Their ability to put on a show every day, day in, day out, on time. You put on a show every day?
Every
is that
day.
What it is?
Every minute. Maybe I just don't like competition. That's what it is.
But I like how it works. I like how do they make this happen? How do they make that happen? I like, that's all the Imagineering and engineering that goes into it. That's what I dig.
All right.
And it's an ever-evolving thing. It's never the same.
Hey, whatever does it for you, my friend. Whatever does it.
So, anyway, I mean, my annual pass I did let lapse for this year. The I-4 has become such a pain in the ass that it almost takes the fun out of going. That's how bad it's getting. And it's because all these people have moved to Florida. But whatever. Anyway, how's your day? How's your week? How's your weekend? You're still working, typing?
I'm trying to get my lifetime thing working. I'm responding back to support.
Oh, your lifetime?
Yeah.
Which is crazy because lifetime, which is an RC support thing, does not have support on the weekends when people RC race. Seems like pretty much a shitty business model to me.
Well, how good could the business model be to begin with?
Well, I get it, but it's like let's not just like Monday, Tuesday. I think those should probably be the days off because nobody really races on Mondays and Tuesdays.
No. But people want to have real lives, so
I get it, but that's why you have like the on-call person. Like you do a rotation.
Yeah. If I had an urgent need, I could have called somebody or had someone paged. I don't have an urgent need. I just practice wasn't uploading, so it is what it is. Anyway,
so eventually an upload.
I have to delete something in the database. The only problem is I archived it, hoping it would. I already knew there was something jacked up. And I was hoping if I just make it go away, then maybe they won't consider it anymore. No. Anyway, it's fine. This is what all fledgling race directors, they learn the hard way. I'm just putting the time in now, because some people are probably like, oh, FJ, he's washed up. He's slow. Don't worry. I'll be the guy heckling you soon.
So all your years of IT experience and hacking, you couldn't get around all this?
I didn't try to.
Oh.
It's a product. I paid for it. I'm going to have, I'm going to go through the process.
Okay. I mean, I figured you just try to Bill Gates it up or something and just get around it and get it done.
Nah.
No? All right.
I got too much of that in the real job. So.
Okay.
Anyway. So.
Oh, sorry, Headley.
Working on it. Because tomorrow, the plan is to be back at it tomorrow, doing some more laps, trying some more things.
I see.
Yeah.
You're all excited? Got a plan?
Yeah,
how's the weather looking?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Let's double check.
Well, we're gonna start amassing biblical proportions of rain here this week, I think.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow there is not a. It says few clouds, zero precip, high is 66. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's let's get it for SeaTac.
High of 66.
Yeah.
That's fucking cold.
High is 68, low of 48,
Oh
zero.
my God.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to bring your long underwear.
No, you would. I'm thinking it's lovely. You'll have your earmuffs on.
66
like,
high?
Have you seen my baseball? Have you seen
June?
Bro, I don't make it up. I'm just reporting it. All right.
Wow. You know they still have places that cold in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah. We're right near the Eskimos around here. Right near
Yes.
Yeah. Hey Tyrion, come here. Podcast. Come here, buddy. Yeah, come here. Hey.
But yeah, that's kind of chilly.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So you don't have to break out the tire, or you're not even using tire warmers, are you?
I'm not right now. I could. I just haven't. Like, there's so many things that I'm trying
that tire warmers are just not part of the equation.
It would just take too long.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like maybe next week we'll get the 6 bottles of sauces out and then the warmers and work on that. But
yeah. You gotta plan. So what's your plan of attack for tomorrow?
Well, it is in my handy dandy setup sheet. Let's go to the videotape.
Oh, you got a setup sheet?
Yeah, kid. Yeah, this will be harder to share, but
is this like notes or is this like an actual setup sheet?
It's a setup sheet. So, like, look, where do you go when you want to understand your Awesomatics car? Oh, that didn't work.
You don't go there.
No, you do. You just can't go to the HTTPS. All right. Anyway, so then we go to setup sheets. Okay. See?
I didn't even know we had this. What's this?
You're a dummy. Anyway, and then you go here and then share this tab instead. Okay. And then look, there's setup sheets.
Wow.
Hold on now.
Where do you get all these from?
Come on.
Are these all yours?
Come on. So like this is last month. Here's an Appleberry. Here. This is Appleberry setup. Okay. So
what's the Jackson setup?
Okay, we'll go back. That's probably a Sam.
Oh yeah.
Here's let's do the 511. That's
I think I know why I don't use this, because I can't use it from my computer.
I don't know what you mean, man. Like, if you have a computer that was built in the last 20 years, this should work. All right.
So is this on like Awesomatics what USA or?
Yeah. All right. And then here's another SAM setup. And then
I know why I can't do this.
Okay. And then here's an FJ setup. This is my Bakersfield setup.
Yeah.
And then
the Google Drive.
Yeah, it's called a modern web browser.
No, Google Drive is not allowed on my computer.
Yeah, it's called buy your own computer. All right. Anyway. All right. So here's from the last time I was out. And I have notes.
FabTech bumper, also G10 split top decks. Next time, test 100% valve. Alternate shock setups, thicker oil, unmodified shocks, cut G10 top deck and rear, and 800 FD. 800 FD, that's the servo positioner, right?
No, that's the new floating dampener thing.
Yeah, which I heard there's some hotness going around about that.
Yeah, So anyway, I'm gonna try to test 1 to 4 tomorrow.
Not 5?
No, I don't have it yet.
Oh. So that's this weekend?
Maybe. It all depends on like we're gonna try maybe for Saturday too.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see if Saturday happens. So, looking at the weather, what's it look like, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. Hey, and if anyone shows up tomorrow, that'd be cool. Just one more person to help, drive the
Clean up
car.
the groove.
Yeah. Like if I
Do you
look,
bring like an electric blower or anything to just give it a quick blow?
sometimes people do. I know.
You. No.
The problem is if I look at Saturday looks pretty ill at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says
Yeah, it shows rain.
And then Sunday, it says broken clouds. It still shows a little bit of precip, but it's also Father's Day, and I don't know if if the fathers around here are more like, yeah, screw you kids, I'm gonna do this instead.
I think that's kind of how most. I mean, no one really gives a shit about Father's Day. I mean, really, think about it. No one does. I mean, like Father's Day is like the least of all the days.
The least of all the days.
It really is, because everybody just is like, oh, Dad gets to go do what he wants to go do, and
hey, maybe that's what will go down. So
yeah,
worst
scenario.
Yeah. If Saturday looks real terrible, you
might pull on a Sunday.
We might do a little Sunday action, and it might just be, maybe we go to breakfast first. We don't show up at 8. That's
right. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's going to be cold. It's only 40 in the morning.
Yeah, well, it's always going to be cold, bro. Come
on. As far as
and apparently, Dad's getting no love is sad.
No, because at work, when we talk about working on Sundays, like if we're going to bring in people to work Sundays for program needed or whatever, like Mother's Day, we're like, no, not working Mother's Day, not bringing anybody in. Father's Day, yeah, we'll bring people in. If they want to work, they'll come in. Like, it's literally that big a difference. Like, no one gives a shit about Father's Day.
Uh-huh.
Nobody.
Every day is Father's
Day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway. But, yeah, maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll bring Tyrion to the track. What do you think, buddy?
Ooh, that would be. I don't know if the people of the Pacific Northwest are ready for that.
Yeah, you never know. What do you think? You want to come to the
You can go back and circulate some 360 live circa 2019.
Just hear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's happening right now. So hopefully I can get this lifetime thing working. Otherwise, I'm basically gonna delete the application, start over again, because I just need this thing to work.
Yeah. Do you are you gonna run the short layout like you did Saturday?
I don't know. It was fun though. I really like the short layout.
Right.
I don't see why not, but my whole view of this is often there's tracks where people are very good, and normally the tracks where people are very good are kind of small, tight, a lot of turns, and you get to do that layout a lot. All right. So if you can run on a track and you have like a 13-second lap time versus a 9-second lap time, you're going to do more than 9-second lap times. And so it may not be that layout. Maybe we'll do something else that's crazy. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm all for let's go try something new. I could see us running the back straightaway a little bit, coming through the center, and then chicaning our way around a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, do something different.
Options.
Yeah. So
I did like that one layout though when they were in the full.
Yeah. It looked cool. The one thing I did hear was because they run that the other direction.
Yeah.
They run it clockwise. So this time they ran it counterclockwise. And I'll tell you that sweeper entry off the back straight counterclockwise is slightly sketchy.
Yeah, you were mentioning that.
Yeah. And because we often are going that direction, like just coming out of the infield, and there's a bump in the center that often I'm like getting all four off of and like kind of popping a wheelie to. And yeah, I don't know, but we'll see.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, good.
Yeah.
What was the biggest thing you learned this past weekend?
Biggest? Well,
other than CPR.
Yeah, I did learn CPR. I don't know if I had to resuscitate Daniel Ricciardo's career.
I think Jacques Villeneuve did that for him. Talked some shit. He's like, all right, fuck you.
Anyway, I think the biggest thing that I played with was ultimately one of my favorite tuning things, and I've been talking to folks about this recently, is if on the Awesomatics, if you connect the motor mount. So basically there's 2 holes, and then there's a gap, and then there's 3 holes on the motor mount. Yeah. So I have an older car here in front of me, so I can kind of share that. So basically there's 2 holes here, then a big gap, and then 3 holes. So one of the things I've been doing a lot is normally I have at least the 3 hole with a screw. Like this is the bare minimum, and this is the most savage car can get. A lot of the times though, I've been running 3 and 4.
Okay.
And then when the car like twists a little too much on exits, and I need it just to be a little safer on exits, I put a screw into the 2 hole here.
Okay.
And so I was running my Bakersfield like Sunday race car, the thing I showed the setup sheet for. I was running that with a variety of top decks. So I ran a G10 one piece. I ran carbon splits, and I ran G10 splits on the car. And they all needed different things, kind of. Like the G10 one piece really needed to have that hole in the motor mount position 2. So I was running 2, 3, 4, because like it would come out of the corner, and it would basically be that infield exit onto the sweeper part corner, and the car would keep on turning, like trying to come to the inside board. And you're there, you're pretty much in it. You're like trying to go as fast as you can at that second. And it would just try to like keep on twisting on you. And so for that one, I had to add the screw in. And so I ran
drive up off the corner.
Yeah. So I had to run 1 or 2 packs, and I put that screw in, and it made it drive better. And I was just seeing what the lap times were, whatever. And then I put I was actually running 2 cars. So I was running that Lucas style car, and I was running a long link car. And I was kind of going back and forth, back and forth. And, just trying to get the feel, like, what do they feel like? How are they doing? Blah, blah, blah. And like the long link car had really good drive out of the corner, but it was kind of terrible everywhere else, just to be fair. And so the Lucas style car, the TITC setup car, like it rotated like crazy, but it was just kind of hard to hang on to. But I tried a variety of top decks, and eventually I really liked the G10 top decks. And I think split, I had split G10.
You cut those at all?
I haven't yet. I plan on trying that. It's one of the last things I'm going to try. I only had 2 top decks because I was trying not to be like a mooch.
Yeah.
And, So we're already on our like second order of fiberglass top decks. And there's a third order in already. So they've been going. I also think I should try we have thin carbon top decks too. I just haven't tried those. So there's so many
Well,
things.
it's kind of interesting what the difference between like the thin carbon
Mhm.
and the G10. Like
G10 flex.
there's
So
got to be there. Oh yeah, there's got to be some crossover somewhere in there where
Probably.
like you're doing the same thing.
Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say because like the car with the normal split top decks, the back is cut. It feels really good.
Yeah.
Until you go over driving it, and then it's not good. Like you charge into a corner and it just gets all crossed up and sideways on entry and does dumb stuff. And I can get a little crossed up in one corner with the G10 stuff, but it's like it happens in one corner, and it's if you're a total savage. With the carbon ones, it kind of happens in three corners for me.
Yeah.
And it happens almost all the time. Like I have to drive really controlled and really with like a nice pace to it. But I can't race it. I can't push it. I can't chase the guy in front of me. So
Right.
that's what I'm really trying to do is find it. I want to have a race car, not a qualifying car, whatever it is. I want a race car. So anyway.
Well, I mean, the problem is you spend more time qualifying than you do racing. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
yeah. Okay.
But yeah. Oh no. That's what I was playing with. But I thought the car was really good actually. It still can kind of walk, like when the tires are cold, I can kind of like spin the car out coming into the infield, but you're like on power there.
Yeah.
And it only really, you can save it. It's not like it's terrible. Or let's say you do really, really send it, you'll do a 180 donut or a 360 donut real quick and keep going. But
it just goes to the forgiveness of that track.
Yeah. It goes away once you got heat in the tire. And so I'm assuming it won't matter eventually. And the other thing too, like I had been running those treaded sweep tires. And so I don't have them here in front of me, but like instead of it being a slick tire, they got treads in them. So they look like normal tires. They're awesome.
Yeah, you're a little hand cook.
Yeah, they're hand cooks. And so I've been running those things, and realistically, they drive really well. They set the corner nice.
They're a belted tire too, right?
Yeah, it's a belted tire. Like it's probably about 1 to 2/10 slower than a slick tire. So like the very last set of packs that I put on the track, I put a new set of the Sweep 32Ds slicks, and not the same rim, but it has the same insert as what the SeaTac race is going to be, and that felt really good. Like it just the car rotated more. There was less stuck in the rear, so it drove really well, and I was really impressed by it. So like I'm at the point where I'm like, this is one of the best cars I've ever driven. And I'm like, what do you do now?
That's aggressive.
It's totally one of the best cars I've ever driven.
So what you do, my thing is you build another car.
Sure, you could.
Yeah.
And so I will eventually spend some time taking the long link car or maybe my stock car and changing it a bunch. But
yeah, but see, if you get too overzealous with this greatest car you've ever driven in your entire life, some guy spins out in front of you, or some turn marshal runs in front of it, and you hit them in the foot. And so yeah, that's the problem with that, and that's why you should work on the second car so that when the first one does inevitably get destroyed, you're not just totally out to lunch.
Yeah, maybe, but it's fine. Like I can put it back. I can rebuild. I know where I am.
Yeah,
I can go back.
See, I'm of the mindset that there's like, yeah, you can build a lot of cars and you can build them as much as you want, but sometimes one just does something just a little bit better or a little bit worse than the other.
I'm not letting that voodoo hit me. Sorry, buddy.
Dude, it's true. It's not voodoo. It's
I put
facts.
so many chassis on touring cars this spring so far. Nope, can't believe it. Won't believe it. All right, like I've TKO'd a bunch of stuff already. All right, won't believe it, can't believe it, etc. Just keep it. So,
hey, whatever works for you. So, I can handle that.
Anyway, so yeah, like whatever my plans are, they're posted. They're on the internet. I don't know if we should Wednesday, tomorrow. I don't know if we should run the same layout or run something different. I'm kind of all about running something different. Just if I can also try to get the cars like turning more, that could be fun. Although that was a really good layout, so I don't know. Hard to say.
I guess there was always it'd probably be a little cleaner marginally, I would think.
Yeah.
If you're in the same layout.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you always get that comparison of what you guys did last time. So you have something to build upon, or, and it's not as always apples to apples, but with that place and the fact that, it doesn't change. There's no prep. There's no anything.
Yeah. And the funny part is what I will say, coming from running that car at Bakersfield to running it at SeaTac,
yeah,
was pretty darn good just getting put on the track.
Right.
Well, I'm kind of shocked that there's that much support,
Well, again, and we talked about this too, it's just that track's special in some ways, that it does create whatever asphalt or whatever they got going on there is side bite for days. That place has the side bite that a lot of tracks do not, for whatever reason. And I think that's a lot of it. That's what helps you not have a prep track, not have a clean track, not have, it can run almost any tire. And, it allows you to, learn some things too, because you have that side bite that's there. Whereas a lot of places are just dying to get some side bite or, trying to get, traction like that. And you guys just have it in abundance up there.
Yeah.
It's like flannel shirts. You got them all.
I don't know why, but it is interesting.
It just does. Being up there last year and experiencing it for myself, yeah, that track just has whatever's magic is in it. It just has the side bite for days. And, that's all you really want, because you can get the other stuff. You can figure the rest of it out. That's the hard part. You look very perplexed at the moment.
I'm trying to, I'm reading the tech support, and they're helping me do the things.
Oh, okay. Can we worry about that later? We're trying to do a show here.
Oh, come on, man. We're not that important. Anyway, so come on, that's true. Anyway, yes, carrying on.
This is why we only have 409 subscribers, because you're a shit.
Why? No, it's your inconsistency.
Mine.
Yeah.
Mine.
We haven't been on in 5 weeks.
We were on last week.
I know, but there was a lag.
It wasn't all me, motherfucker.
Okay. I'm kidding. Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, we need a scapegoat somehow. All right.
That was Jamie's fault. That's it.
Oh, that's aggressive. Let's not. I didn't say that, dear. I ain't dumb. All right. Yeah, I don't know. So, how was your weekend? What did you do?
So Saturday, I did get to go over to Heroes for a little bit, and they have there's been some new energy invested into the layout, into the track prep. So they did a modified version on Saturday, which to be honest, I really kind of felt it was about the same as far as traction goes. I didn't see much difference than previous weeks. However, they did it again Sunday, which I was not there, and they said it was infinitely better. So I'll just take the word on the street and people's word for it from there. But no, it was still good. No problems. Kind of was just me and one other person. I just ran some things all day, played with a lot of top decks, kind of like what you were doing. Just kind of see what I liked and what I didn't like. I seem to find that on the when I cut the top decks, like on the carbon ones, in the back I like the really last rib, and then the rest of it cut out. And then on the front, I like the last rib cut out, but left the one in the middle in, kind of thing. And so I guess yeah, this is it. So like this in the front. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. No, not really. Anyway.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of tend to like that a little bit. I did run the G10 one piece. That was rather interesting. It definitely felt like it locked the car going in a lot more. But yeah, it did have some nice steering coming out. And it didn't necessarily over rotate for me, but yeah, it felt good. At the end of the day, so I had two cars that I played with. One of the cars was a completely different setup that I had been running, and then the other car is the car that I've been running like the last 2 weeks before there, and that has a lot of laps on the track, so it's kind of dialed in for that place. I ran the one-piece top deck on that. That was G10 at the end of the day, and did the fastest times of the day in that car, which makes sense. The other car still never quite got down to the lap times that compared to the other one. But again, it was more of an experiment in what does this do? What does that do? How are we going to, do I like this way to cut it? Do I like that way to cut it? I played with some dampeners, changed between progressive and linear dampening. So that was interesting. I think it really comes down to roll center. And then the kind of roll center that you run is whether or not you can run progressive or linear. That's what I'm going with right now is why you can and why you can't. So yeah, played with that a little bit. Kind of nothing ever really made the car better than when I first got there. I kind of kept circling back around to where I started, and that was kind of like the best.
Interesting.
Yeah. The biggest thing that I've learned is that, you're playing a lot with shocks and dampening and, number of holes and so on and so forth. And I found that the oil that I use, the manufacturer, and then the oil that the viscosity or CST that I've been running seems to be most ideal, at least for, every time I try to go lighter or I try to change something up, it does not as good as what I've been running. So the only thing I really haven't done is gone thicker, but I was thicker when we first bought the R car or got the R car. So, and I've liked this, so I'm kind of just gonna. I figured out my oils, and what I like. But
all right,
and it comes down to linear or progressive, and I think that all has to do with roll center. If you run a low roll center, progressive will work. If you run a high roll center, if you run a low roll center, linear will work. If you're running a high roll center, progressive will work. Kind of what I've seen to find.
What's high?
Like 3 in the rear, 3.5 in the rear.
This is me looking at my setup.
Yeah, because you're 2.5.
I am?
Yeah. For what I remembered.
I don't remember. I gotta look.
Oh.
I can't remember these. I'll write it down.
So yeah. Because the car that I built for this past weekend, it was 1 millimeter in the rear. And so yeah, it was definitely the linear was better. I think you're running linear on a higher roll center.
Yeah, I am. So I'm running linear, but the rear I have anti-squat. So I have 3.5 and then 2.5.
Yeah. No.
And then my front, I have 2 millimeter of anti-dive. Anyway.
Yeah, no. That car that I have is similar to that as well, but I'm on progressives. So I guess what I need to do is take my linear shocks or my other set of dampeners, build those as linear, and try that on that car. But yeah, that's kind of like the next thing to say. See, the thing is like when we were at Bakersfield, I ran my 17.5 car and I did go to linear, no PSS, just normal STO, whatever. And I kind of hung with it. And after we were all done with practice and everything on Saturday, and I BQ'd and failed miserably, I put the progressives back on, and I liked the car better. I thought it drove easier, it was more consistent, and I really got dissuaded with the progressive dampening or the linear dampening, and so I've kind of like didn't want to shy away from it, but again, this weekend it kind of proved me wrong. And so it kind of just proves that situations are situational, and sometimes not always everything works everywhere.
I don't know if I've tried that back to back enough. The only time I really remember doing that back to back was I changed the rear from progressive to linear, and it turned more.
Yeah, I can see that.
My front was progressive, so, and that was 13 months ago. So
yeah, there's a guy, he ran at Sweden. He has essentially he has the low roll center, but he ran progressive in the front and linear in the rear, which I know that's what we did at SeaTac last year, and seemed to work well.
Yeah. That feels like a lot of testing. I don't know if I'm going to get there. Just being honest. All right. We got a question.
We have a question?
Yeah. We didn't talk about the floating dampener. We talked about, hey, it actually looks like it has some promise, but neither of us have tried it yet. So that's the floating dampener conversation.
I don't know if I'm going to try it for a while. I'm gonna abstain from that experiment.
You can,
because there's so many different top decks right now. Like it's just like I got a whole box of top decks.
Yeah,
that I'm like I don't really like. I don't need to throw this into the mix right now.
I get it. I'm not disagreeing. It's
until it becomes like a consistent thing, like a lot of people running it and they're destroying. I think I'm going to hold off right now. I don't need to be the guinea pig on that one.
All right, that's fine. And while we were talking, lifetime got fixed.
Oh, look at you!
All my lap times are up.
So now we can go back and check them all out.
Yeah, I can do the analysis, and whoever was happened to be there on Saturday, if you know your transponder number, you can do the analysis too.
Nice.
We didn't bother loading people's names in the computer. Like,
well, that's horrible.
That's like you got to pay money to get that. That's a lot of fucking work.
You can't pay money you have to pay money to load your name in.
That's work. Anyway, this was a free situation. All right. But yeah, I had
Obama scoring.
Yep, I had basically the second fastest lap time of the weekend, or that one day. I did a 9.7. That was on like third or fourth run tires, so I was pretty excited about that.
You should make it to where when you go around the backstretch, you cut through the middle and then go around. You should give yourself to make it like a 10-second lap.
A 9.6 is pretty much like a 10-second lap, no?
Yeah, but you should be like 10.2, 10.3.
So I have an idea of what I'd like to do from the layout perspective.
Because I think that will give you a long enough layout to really see some things.
I'll try to pull up a picture of the track. I know people have like nice pictures that were like, drawn but I'm just gonna share a picture I'm aware of. But let me save it and we'll draw on it. It's gonna be
little picture pages with FJ.
Yeah. We'll drawing. We'll get our drawing out. All right. Anyway, but carrying on. Um,
So yeah, no, kind of go back to what I did. So yeah, I went out Saturday, had a good time. They ran Sunday. They, like I said, they've made some adjustments to the barriers. I think there's still more room to improve. I suggested some things that I've found. They make this tape for concrete and asphalt used to make pickleball courts. So it's concrete asphalt tape, and so my idea to the guys is to use that as your barrier, right?
mm-hmm.
And as the the point of your apex, and then they make these cones for like these low profile cones for like soccer and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of use those on the inside, and then maybe make a flapper, and kind of the problem with the one of the things with Heroes is it's just a very brutal track. In order to get the lap time, you have to be right on the barriers, and you literally you tap it, and it's just your shit's broken. And so it's not conducive to good racing or consistent any type of consistency, because unless you're Reinhardt or somebody, you're not going to be able to run that consistently close to the barrier. So so anyway, I think that there's some room to improve there. I know there's the group seems to be motivated right now, and I want to encourage it the most I can. So hopefully some things get better. Again, I just think there needs to be that separation between board and the racing line, and the more we can work on that, the better off we'll be. So I think they got the traction figured out, so that's nice.
That is good. So this was the layout that you had saw people run, but they ran it in the other direction.
Straight out of Compton? No, it's Crosstown, no?
Yeah, they got this one. All right.
That one, wasn't it?
Yes, but they ran the other way. All right.
Yeah.
What I think could be fun is if you were to and this layout might already exist because there's like 9 or 12 different things here, but
yeah,
I think it could be fun is if you rolled around through here, and then you might be able to see a little cursor move, and then come back through here. So I'm going to try to see what's possible, without abusing lanes. But this straightaway island thing here in the sweeper, I think that's doing some layouts that kind of go alternate ways around that. I think is going to be the fun maker in my mind. So
okay. Trying to see how you could do that, but
yeah, I give me another minute. We'll go paint it up, and then we'll come back. Anyway, so but yeah, having a track not be abusive, that sounds great. I'm all for that.
Yeah, I mean that SeaTac is also wonderful for that because there is 0 boards, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Like you could probably run a body there for years.
Yes. No question.
Yeah.
Body consumption is very low. There's somebody who's running an old Montec body, the YSOT that I ran at 2020 carpet nets.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Still going, huh?
Still going.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Body consumption is important.
Yeah.
Or low body consumption, I should say.
Yeah. No one wants to just, rampantly abuse bodies like that. That doesn't seem good.
It's a lot of work.
Cutting them out.
Yeah. All of it. Yep.
All right. So I got a funny layout.
Ooh, funny.
It's poorly drawn, but
funny, haha.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Poorly drawn. Let's see what the people think. This is freehand. All right. Don't beat me up.
This should be interesting.
Yep, it's gonna be great.
Arts and crafts
with FJ.
Pretty little trees.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, I think, oh,
Did you throw up a little bit in your mouth?
yes, I did.
But just imagine this is a non-sweeper layout.
It's like the Wu-Tang label symbol.
Awesome.
We should call this Wu-Tang.
Yeah, we could call this Wu-Tang, and I will call it Wu-Tang. I don't know how I could make this layout any tighter. And maybe it doesn't race tight. I don't know. It's hard to say.
That's interesting.
So I don't know. Maybe tomorrow will look like that. I don't know.
Are you going to go clockwise or counter?
Does it matter?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think I would go counter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so.
Okay.
But I don't know. Just because I like how the car feels going in front of the driver's stand and going around that circle on the lower right hand side.
Yeah.
It feels really good like that.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe not. The part where this little section here, you can't really see, like, basically the middle here. You see that middle island?
Yeah.
In the layout that we were running, that's the only spot where my car will kick sideways a little bit. Right there is if you run in there with too much steam today. So,
is it because you hit the little strips, or is it just?
Nah, you're just sending it.
Yeah.
You're going as fast as you can. That's all.
Okay.
So if you just back the corner up a little bit, it doesn't do that.
I'd run clockwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing.
I think it has a better flow that way.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think in the comments section.
Yeah.
Counter or clockwise?
Yeah. Counter or clockwise? Hard
Yeah.
to say. Do you like the ugly version that I have here? I don't know if there's a version that's less ugly. Like, this might even be a layout right now. I don't even know.
No, it's not. Because I think they try to optimize as much as the track area as they can.
They try to use all the track. And
yeah.
They actually have something that is pretty much this layout, but it doesn't use the far corner.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy here is, if you don't use this far corner, the left corner would be exactly what I drew.
What layout did we run last year?
I have no clue. I can tell you.
Beast mode? Was it beast mode? I don't think it was beast mode.
I don't know.
I think it was beast mode.
Could be. Maybe. But, like, I don't think I need to practice my car going through sweepers. To me, there's no practice necessary for sweepers. All right. The only thing I need to practice is turning, stopping, turning, stopping, turning. That's it. I don't know.
All right.
Do you agree or do you disagree? What's your consensus on that?
I mean, if you're definitely not working on Speedo stuff, I think I would agree.
Well, but you kind of are working on Speedo stuff because you want to make the car stop.
Well, you're going to have to work on your power.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So.
No, that would work. I don't see a problem with that. But there's also like a point of, if you just talk about Heroes, it's a very tight layout and it's very technical, and it's not the greatest because it's, again, the track's brutal. There's not a lot of runoff. Whereas if what you're trying to deal with, you have runoff there. There's no boards around on top of you. So yeah, I think that's, when you're trying to run something that's, stop, turn, stop, turn, stop, turn, that's an advantage of having no boards or very minimal at best. So.
Do you actually have a picture of Heroes layout? I don't see one anywhere that doesn't have like
shit all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually, if you go, yeah. Hold on. Let's It's not going to be the best picture.
It's better than everything I see.
There you go. Here.
Oh. Okay.
So, straight away, and then you got a chicane over here,
Uh-huh.
and you come back and you do this little zigzaggy through the middle, and then on this side here, on the my right, your left, whatever, there's it's a 180 back dog leg, and then around, and yeah.
All right, interesting.
Here's the
Whoa.
There's the left side a little bit better. The chicane over there, which
Pretty much always run that layout.
Huh?
They only run that layout.
Since the state race, yes, they've only run this layout.
Oh, all right, interesting.
The state race was a different layout, but here's a better picture of the right side.
Okay. All right.
But it's definitely yeah. It was a very, very. I mean, we're running. I mean, obviously, if I put new tires on, I can run 14s probably, but it's a 15-second lap.
Mm-hmm.
It's so slow. I mean,
Yeah,
you're just crawling. No, it's not even that. You're just crawling around.
Waiting on.
Yeah. A lot of waiting.
And are they running Furman juice? Can you confirm?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Again, they double sprayed it on Sunday, so I don't know what it was like on Sunday. I heard it was better, but I ran it Saturday and I thought it was fine. So, not. I think we've got this problem figured out. Now it's time to move on, and make a more flowing layout, make it less brutal.
Less brutal. Nice.
I mean, there was one time, I think I had like 3 runs in a row where I popped the ball end off on the steering linkage, and I just barely glanced the wall and it just pop off the link.
That's not fun.
Yeah, and I was like, you think, oh, we need to put a new ball cup on. It did that, so it didn't matter.
Apparently, you needed to drive better.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily that.
Okay. If you didn't hit the wall, it wouldn't be a problem.
You're right. No, that is a very valid, fair point argument, but you're gonna have the tappiest of taps, and it shouldn't pop off your linkage.
Shouldn't TKO your car? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I understand.
Yeah.
All right. So you made this cool little graphic that teased talking about the ETS race.
Yeah.
What can you say about the ETS race?
It happened. I just needed a quick source of RC pictures, and I knew that's where I could find them.
Okay. So that's all there was. That's what you're really telling me.
That's what I heard. I mean,
okay.
No. Basically, a friend of the program, Eric Anderson, Shoot Dang Man, went over and won the one-up Masters 40-year-old class.
He has said he does not say that phrase. Shoot Dang Man.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Okay. Anyway.
I no. It's not necessarily a phrase that he uses. It's just his vernacular and his accent that is what happens to make it seem like he does.
I don't know. I think you're going to lose your Team EAM sponsorship.
Well, if that's what does it, I guess, then I mean, I got no control over that.
This is the big bag I carry all my scoring equipment in.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, he won the 40 plus class.
Yeah.
Which I think was a 21.5 class, I believe.
I don't know. Something.
Yeah. And then Kemp went over, and I think he was in the B. Yeah.
Was he in the B? I think he might have been in the C.
Oh, I don't remember.
I think EA was in the Pro Stock B.
Okay.
But,
And
I don't think they get a lot of practice. Maybe they showed up earlier that week, and they don't prep a track at all there. They don't even blow the fucking thing off.
well, what's funny is that like at some point, the comment was that there's no grip, no prep, no nothing, and then by like towards the end of the weekend, the European guys like there's so much grip here we can run aluminum chassis,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, so what is it like?
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to the conversation we had a little bit last week. Is that the EU guys are so good on low bite that when they do have bite, they just make us look silly.
Yeah, there's something to be said about how do you slide or not slide a car on asphalt. So I really like asphalt racing, and it's my favorite. It's my favorite form of touring car racing for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
I would be okay with gray carpet racing right now. That would be also good.
Well, maybe you like the new Jayco greens.
I feel like it'll just be like Huddy 28s. So yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Like I don't like gluing tires.
I don't think you don't have. We've had this conversation. You're going to do one or the other. No grip, don't glue, or all the grip and glue. So which one do you want?
Untrue. Untrue. So from 08 to basically 20.
Yeah, but you're talking about Narnia. That land doesn't exist anymore. Like that's make-believe land.
But that's when I was good. How do I get back to that?
You don't. You can't. It's a fairy tale.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. That land, the world we live in now. No grip and you don't glue, or grip and you glue. That's it.
I guess. I don't know. I'd be okay with no grip.
And no glue?
No glue.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, it was interesting to see that the comments were coming from some of the, especially the guys at Mod. They're like, yeah, we're running aluminum chassis now because there's so much bite. And, I think it just goes to prove that's why there's so much more dominant on asphalt racing than Americans. And, we have something to learn from that. I think we've artificialed our grip so much that we don't know what to do.
Yeah, I will say that.
But again, and at the same point, I know I'm talking out both sides of my mouth because I do really rather race on a track that does have bite. So, like, look,
The funny part is, like,
I'm guilty as charged.
I feel like if you're at a track that has no grip, it feels like it has no grip. You'll at least learn more at an asphalt track than you will at a carpet track that has no grip. Because I think the carpet can still do weird things like to hide like how the cars work. And I don't know, I feel like I've had more luck with making a setup change, doing something, running, and then like it not feeling broken
Right.
on an asphalt track. But I don't know. That's just me.
No, I can see that. I think you have more. You get more bang for your buck when it comes to making changes.
Yeah. But you also have the track evolution, and you got to worry about all that stuff, and that's annoying. Blah blah blah.
Sun, yada yada.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. ETS looked like they had a great turnout, over 200 some entries.
For an asphalt race.
Yeah, and they had the weather looked to be fairly decent. No rain.
Mm-hmm.
Had a lot of former world champions in the building. Atishi Hara back returning. He's no longer. He's put his Hornet up on the shelf for right now and come back to real touring car racing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it was nice to see. Gilles was there. Reinhardt. Orlowski pretty much dominated the weekend. He made some folks second guess their life decisions and whether or not they should have been there.
Oh wow!
Sounds of it, but yeah.
Who who did he make second guess life decisions? Because in A1,
He had 5
really-
seconds over everybody.
I thought he had a rough start, and there was really like
A1. I'm sorry. I'm talking about qualifying.
Yeah,
My bad.
qualifying. In A1, he had a rough start, and it was actually, I think, Akio and Mark out front, and then I think they peeled each other, and I think Lucas might have won that one.
No, Lucas was still second.
Oh, he got second?
Yeah. Orlowski still won.
Okay.
And T's and P's to Lucas. I heard he's got the vid.
He should come to Florida. I don't think that happens there.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It does not exist in Florida, according to our governor, the idiot. He single-handedly. I'm not even getting it.
It's fine. I get you all fired up. I can send you in the wrong direction. It's okay. It's easy. Like, you can tell, like, people who can't control their emotions, they usually go just, 0 to 100 real quick. Yeah, I don't know.
Did you watch any of it?
I didn't see any of it personally.
Oh.
No. I watched a little bit of Racing in America down at Soda City. They had their summer sizzler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the locals were on fire. All right.
Well, of course, I would assume. Those two kids, what's their names?
Don't you want to know?
Because you don't know either.
But yeah, it was the Fuges. They were.
Yeah, that's it. That's him.
Yep. Anyway, so it sounds like a good time was had by many. And
had a good turnout from all accounts.
Yeah, I would say so. And hell, there was even a charity race at Jackson this past weekend.
Oh God, that was crazy.
It was for
150 entries or something.
I think it was like 170 entries or something like that. And
well, I saw they had the Staten Island TAO2 class. Staten Island representing having their own class.
Yeah. Well, that's for John Brown and his boys from Brownie Hobbies.
Yeah, but so what if you're from Brooklyn? Can you run the Staten Island class, or do you have the Brooklyn class?
No, they'll let you run.
What's the difference? The Staten Island guys smell like shit, or what? Is this?
They're used to paying $750 to cross that bridge. I don't know. It's probably not anymore. It's probably like $11.20. Anyway, maybe it's like $57 nowadays. I don't know. Used to be whatever. Anyway, but
you spend a lot of time in Staten Island?
No, not really. I used to go to John Brown's hobby store. Back in the day, he was it would be like a 44-mile trip from where I used to live in Long Island. And that would mean it would take like 2.5 hours. And yeah, that's, let's just be serious here for a minute. And back in the day, he used to match batteries with the guy, Chris Marcy up at RC Madness. They were Team New Wave cells back in the day. And so I used to get batteries from those guys and whatever. But yeah.
And I go 45 miles to get your battery fix, huh?
Yeah, something like that. For a while, there was only racetracks in New Jersey when I was growing up. Like there was Englishtown had a racetrack, and they had like a little indoor. They had a very nice like dirt track. This is when like dirt truck was big, and they also had a nice asphalt track and flat oval. But in the winter, we would often go out there and we'd run on this little bull ring oval track there. And we'd run 12 scale oval because that's all you could run. And the laps were only like 3 or 4 seconds long, but that's because the cars were slow as shit. So it's like a 3 or 4 second lap sounds normal in oval, but they were slow as shit. So it was really small. And so that was fun. But yeah, for a while, I don't know. We were just unlucky. There was only like tracks in Jersey. So, but then we had some other tracks open up in New York. in Queens. And,
But yeah, so no, they had a good turnout, Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting up there in July.
Oh yeah, you going?
Yeah.
Is the flight booked? Are your bags
Yeah.
packed? Are you ready to go?
Flight's booked. Need to figure out where I'm going to stay.
All right.
Yeah, what are you missing?
Good call.
Nothing.
July one?
Yeah.
She tried to. She was.
That's one at the end of July?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're missing 2 Reds.
Oh yeah. I missed that. Never mind.
What do you
My
miss?
bad.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm a big baseball guy, and the Reds are actually coming to Tampa that weekend, and I'm
yeah.
leaving.
Really?
Yes. So,
It's like the Reds are trash, so who cares?
and we already had tickets to the game. So,
Don't you always have tickets?
yeah, kind of. So,
Yeah.
like,
I feel like you guys always have tickets. I don't know how special that part was, but also aren't the Reds trash?
no,
No? Sure?
nope.
Oh, really?
They're like in the wild card. They're like third in the wild card.
Okay. All right. I
So
don't know. I haven't watched a single baseball game in a while. Like I know they've sped up the game with the sort of like fast pitch thing, which I think is probably positive. But I haven't.
It is.
So.
Yeah, it's nice when the game's done in like literally 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, instead of like a 4.5 hour snooze fest.
Yeah. No, it's definitely helped. I mean, tomorrow we're actually going. We're gonna go. The Rays play the Cubs, and we're gonna go boo the Cubs because fuck the Cubs.
Yeah. All right.
So.
Is there a lot of like deep seated like 1980s, 1990s feelings for the Cubs?
No, not really. I mean, they've been trashed for years. We're talking about a team that's got a fan base that's so massive for a team that sucks. It's the Cubs. So, anyway,
You see what these guys from Boston are doing right now?
who?
The
Red Sox?
No. The real team out of Boston, the Celtics.
Oh yeah, they're 2-0.
They're doing work right now.
Yeah, they are. I mean, even without Porzingis, it's still amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Also, just as important, did you see the F1 race?
Of course, watched every lap.
I fell asleep during it.
How?
I watched it late, and
That's right. You don't watch sporting events live and then get pissy when somebody ruins it for you because you think it's like fucking Game of Thrones.
No one
just
ruined
watch
shit.
it whenever.
No one ruined shit for me. I wasn't pissy. And but while they were all like circulating slowly, me and the old lady, we fell asleep on the couch, and so eventually, like I kind of started watching once everyone had real tires on again, and this was as Leclerc did like a control at the lead on his car, and then went down on the wrong tires right around there. I did see the Haas's like start motoring up with their full wets, but then they had
a switch, but yeah.
Well, and then they didn't have tires ready for them. They, it was just mass hysteria.
Right.
But yeah.
But yeah, for a second there, I'm like, oh shit, Magnuson's in fourth.
Yep.
And he's looking good.
If he could have actually, executed not a 9-second pit stop, he might have been, in a better position after that.
I mean, the fact that they still finished 11th, 12th, I mean, it's pretty good.
Well,
they got sent all the way to the back on those pit stops.
Yeah, but like 5 cars broke or they gave up. Like Ferrari gave up. Another Ferrari spun out, pretty much gave up after hitting his soon-to-be new teammate, took him out. The other Williams gone. Perez just like total disaster.
Both Williams gone.
Yeah, but dude, Alpine scored points. That's how shitty that race was. All right,
But I mean, I don't look at it as shitty. I think it looks that's exciting because that's what the weather brings and the dynamics of it all and the strategy and.
Sure, well, I was excited on the dynamics of Mercedes not having a shit car, but it was weird. Like Lewis was fast, then he wasn't so fast. I don't think they still understand what's going on there, but. Legitimately, there was three cars that could have won, or 3 manufacturers that could have won, And Ferrari wasn't one of them this week, and that was really weird. So shit is crazy.
They were. I mean, if you really look at it, they were slow all week.
Yes, they were.
They're all weekend.
Yeah, they were terrible.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but it's hard to set, like, they had two sessions all rain, so like they had one session to figure something out, and they didn't figure anything out.
I mean, if you really look at the things too, it's like Red Bull looked good, not Red Bull, but Visa looked good.
Yeah, VCAB. They look
VCAB, yeah, they look good. I mean, Aston Martin looked pretty decent.
Yeah.
And then the Williams did look good.
Yeah, it didn't look bad. Sargent made it to Q2.
Yeah. So
Perez. Yeah.
He's like, I got paid. Fuck y'all.
And then one of my favorite parts of that whole thing was Jack Villeneuve just shit canning your guy there.
Oh, I watched it live when he said it. I'm like, oh God. And like the woman, she's like, that's a little rough.
Yeah, I don't even know what to do.
Like, that's aggressive.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it was. I was like, damn. He's like, why is he even here?
But that could be said about a bunch of people. Like,
that could have been said about Jacques Villeneuve on many occasions.
Dude, he was when he was in a good car, he was pretty good. I actually thought Villeneuve was one of the better racers to come out of like North America. So like, if you ever watched him in kart, he would always have like the lowest downforce setup on his car. The thing would be skating around like crazy. He was very good.
I remember him at the 500. He was kind of always a dicky there.
He's a Canadian prick. Whatever, dude. Doesn't matter.
I mean, he's French Canadian. I think that's like.
Yeah, but he's like, every Canadian's nice. He isn't. It's fine. Just move on. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I always thought he was fast. And doesn't he have 2 500 wins?
Maybe.
I think he does. He had one right before he went to F1. Then he ran in F1 for a bunch of years, and he came back, and I think 05 or 06 he has a win. So
I remember.
Yeah, he's got skills, man. So, he might be a little crotchety, and he's super bald. But other than that, his comments.
We kind of say Billy Corrigan.
Yeah, kind of. Billy Corrigan is probably a bit more struggling than Jack Villeneuve is right now. But
I don't know. Billy Corrigan, he's on tour.
Okay.
He's the smashing pumpkin that's left.
Yeah, and he smashed that pumpkin. That's yeah, I don't know, man. I think the race was okay. I don't think it was amazing, but I think it was okay.
Really? You're like the only person who was like, it was okay.
Well, I don't know. Like everyone is
pissed because I'm leading the points still. That's all.
No. I am a little grumpy about that, but yes. And you gained like 4 more points on me, so that sucked balls. But
and you dropped the position.
Yes, I did. Anyway, carrying on. But I do think that the changeable weather condition is just like, it's a fallacy. I think I'd like to see a straight up race without the weather gimmick, and then see what happens. So
why? That the weather is what makes it the most entertaining.
Then they might as well just pull the sprinklers out, bro.
Okay, I'm good with that.
They could have a waterfall turn where you go like the shoot, and then you drive through a waterfall.
She has a question. Did you like Monaco where nothing happened?
No, that was trash. But I already know that was trash. It's fine. Monaco is a race of Saturday qualifying. That's what it is.
So, but I guess what I'm saying is like, this was highly more entertaining.
Sure, maybe. I don't know.
Listen to us. We're yawning. Mm-hmm. It's only 5:15 there for you.
I've been up for a
while.
An
excuse.
Yeah,
so have I.
Yeah, well, maybe a little longer than me. That's fine. I don't know. It was okay. Like I was more interested in just how qualifying ran out on Saturday afternoon. I think that was
qualifying Saturday afternoon was amazing.
Yeah, that was great. But I'm trying to say, I think the race could have been just as good if it didn't rain.
Okay.
So if there was ever a time and a moment where we didn't need the rain, it was then.
See, I think if you didn't have the rain, you wouldn't have had like Lando Norris running back through, passing Verstappen, passing Russell. Like, you wouldn't have had that.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think you would have.
Um,
Because he was back. Like, he was 4 seconds down
yeah.
and ran those dudes down and passed them.
Yeah, because he
Saved
went
his
on
tires.
his tires. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what I think would have made a really good race is if we didn't have that safety car, and just in general, if that kid from America wasn't racing, that would be good. And
Yeah, why does Jacques Villeneuve give him some shit?
well, I don't know. I don't think anyone cares about him.
Cares really? Yeah.
At
At this point, you kind of understand. Williams is like, yeah, we can't wait till Science gets here.
dude, they should just run anybody but that kid. Like, dude, they could put you in it, Mankler. It would be way better.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah. So that, and like the bad call from McLaren. Just not pitting the guy quick enough.
Who?
And, Norris. They lost that race because they didn't. No, they pitted him on the second round. They should.
But they couldn't pit him on the first one.
Oh, I think they could have.
No, there's no way.
I think
He was when the safety car light came out, he was at pit entrance. There was no way he could have made it.
They could.
If he did make it, they wouldn't have been ready.
They could have just put him in the pits. The guy, they didn't wave the flag for 45 seconds.
There was no way. I saw a video.
I don't think so. I still think that if they brought him in, then Lando could have won another race.
I don't think they had time to bring him in.
All right. But yeah.
Well, so they're Barcelona, right?
Yeah, in a week. It's this weekend though.
Oh, Le Mans.
Le Mans. Yes, correct. And it's going to rain a shit ton.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you like shitty raining races, enjoy Le Mans.
Did you watch the 24 hours in Nürburgring?
No.
You want to talk about? They ran 7 hours of 24.
No.
Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. So the fog came in.
No.
And so they had to red flag the race, and the fog never cleared. So they ran literally 7 hours of 24.
That sounds fucking terrible.
Talk about fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching that. They have there was a team that was full of these YouTube guys who raced Gran Turismo, and they were running.
Brazilian?
Huh?
Were they
No, they're from the UK. They're not Brazilian.
Okay.
But anyway, so it was kind of cool to see the YouTubers, sim racers out there running on the Nürburgring, and they qualified number one in their class, and they were running up front. I think they ended up second or third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But they only ran for 7 hours, so
only.
Yeah.
Only. It's pretty long, but yeah, I get it.
So who do you think's going to win this?
Win what?
Le Mans.
I don't know. I don't know who's fast right now. So,
I don't know either. I don't think Toyota's going to.
Why don't you think Toyota's going to win?
They haven't really done anything all year.
No. All right.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Yoda win with Porsche?
Huh?
Didn't Yoda win with a Porsche recently?
Yeah.
So I think, customer cars, that's a good way. Dude, if we get back to where there used to be the 962s in Group C, the customer 962s, that's good racing. So I hope that there's more of this customer car thing going on, and they're competitive. So,
supposedly Cadillac's supposed to start having customer cars.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I remember when we used to race RC cars that looked like the cars at Le Mans. Maybe we could start doing that again.
We have the bodies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe. That would be nice. Those look good. I heard they handle amazing.
Yep. They got
all the grips.
So
all the grips.
I think that would be another thing for people to try out. And I'm pretty sure that was a giveaway at many races this weekend. So
okay.
I think Soda had some, and also Jackson had some of those.
Well, I feel that those bodies should replace USGT.
I feel like those bodies could replace all the bodies, but
No, that's true. That'd be cool too.
I
wouldn't have a problem with that either.
I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I've yet to run one. I should probably try one.
Let's make touring car great again.
Yeah, if it isn't going to be via tires, it's going to be via bodies. I'll tell you that. One of those things. So
I think the bodies is kind of where we got to where we are right now anyway.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
A whole other conversation. But so I don't know. Well, I'm kind of interested to see how things play out in the full scale at Le Mans. But I will watch as much of that 24-hour coverage as I can. So
yeah.
And
the RC, if some of you guys watch like RC TV or they've watched some other coverage, the guy Nick, he usually does some hours.
Yep.
And there was a clip I sent out, like they were like in the middle of the night and they were talking about something and he just blurts out heroin. It's pretty funny.
Okay, you apparently like that. And so how do you see it? Well, that's the question. So apparently it's on Max or Max or
Motorsport TV.
So which is an app. But Max should be Cinemax, right?
No, that's HBO. I think HBO is just called Max now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But,
is it Motor Trend TV? I think you have to have, yeah.
Yeah, or Max apparently. So I'll check out which one has the better coverage. But I'm excited to watch that. And I don't know. Let's see what happens. I like their Super Pole. I like their whole thing. They do qualifying at night. It looks pretty cool. I think it's usually Wednesday night they do qualifying, or maybe it's Thursday night. One of the two. I'll have to check that out. So, but yeah, I think that stuff's pretty interesting. And you can also watch like other boring classes, like GT, D or whatever they call it, GT Le Mans.
Well, they have LMP 2.
Yeah.
They have GTD and GTD Pro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I like those classes.
Yeah, they're fine. I just want the Ferrari to win in those classes. That's all. So.
I mean, if you look at the last couple races, the AO team with Rexy.
What's AO?
Motorsports. Yeah, they had the car that looks Rexy, looks like a dinosaur. The Porsche, the green Porsche.
Okay.
They've won like the last 2 races.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, there's only so much time in the day. Like if I could watch more racing, I'd probably be divorced. I had this conversation last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I want to hear about this.
No, I'm just saying I'd probably be divorced. So I can't.
Why?
I can't watch all the racing.
Well, I understand that, but like it's one of those things you can always have on the background.
Yeah, kind of. But you got to do other things every once in a while. You got to pay attention. You got to be, things like that.
Well, it's like I think when you're, you don't really work on your RC cars, but when you work on your RC cars, you could like listen to this at some races.
What are you trying to say? I don't work on my RC cars.
I mean, like for example, like this weekend, like I didn't get to watch the IndyCar race, so I just watched the 12-minute highlights on YouTube on my way to work or something.
Okay, I actually sat there and I watched the IndyCar race yesterday. So
yeah,
pretty good.
I want to talk. I don't know when IndyCar turned into NASCAR.
What? Because they're peeling bitches?
Oh my god! I mean,
yeah, they don't care. One guy got thrown out because his fans were giving death threats to somebody.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Prior race at Detroit, Teo Porcher peeled. I think it's Augustine Canapino, and Augustine Canapino, I think, is Argentinian. And he has some like aggressive followers on the Twitter and things like that. And they were sending death threats to Teddy Porkchop. So Canapino got benched, and there used to be an alliance between whatever Canapino's team was and McLaren, and that's done now. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's a bunch of drama going on. I don't know why. So whatever. People like drama. So if you like drama, just get a Twitter account. Read what's going on there. Lots of drama. There's NASCAR drama. They're talking about maybe doing a Splinter series off. NASCAR is trying to fuck people with their contract, and so a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, I can't. NASCAR is the one I can't do. I'm done.
NASCAR was down at they were in NorCal, up at Sonoma. Yeah. I haven't seen the end of the race. I've watched a little bit.
Oh my God.
I'm tired, bro. It's tiring. It's hard being me. It's hard.
So, all right. So before we leave, you got the kid?
You guys got dogs?
No.
Oh, you got kitties?
Yeah, I got a kitty.
You have your own kitty?
No, just a little nub.
Hi.
Yeah.
Lolly.
Hi.
That's not cool. Now, we know your hands are like larger than the average hands.
No, that's
But-
a tiny.
Do you
It's
have
a very tiny kitten.
Do you have anything of scale you can put up next to this cat? Because your hands are not appropriate.
It's a 9 ounce. It's 9 ounces.
Here's a mouse.
Put like a.
Oh, here's my cell phone.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Hey, you're not happy.
Aw,
Yeah.
I just want to be on camera. That's all.
She weighs 9 ounces.
9 ounces? Come on, dude.
Yeah. Lolly.
Some people have had bags of weed bigger than that. That's crazy.
He goes, some people have had bags of weed bigger than that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but this is Lolly.
Lolly.
And she's a little singleton. Got dropped off in a box at the Humane Society.
Okay.
They walked in, and there's a box sitting out front, and there's a cat sitting in it.
It's mowing. Meow. Meow.
Yeah. She's a noisy little shit. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So how long has this kitty been at your house?
About a week.
A week.
Not even a week yet.
Wow. And has there been a lot of growth in the week?
Yeah, she was like 7 ounces
Wow, that's
when
pretty
she came
good.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's big and strong.
Yeah.
And we'll probably keep her another about 5 more weeks, and
Okay.
she gets to about 2 pounds, and then she goes away.
Yeah. Then you send her. All right.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm telling you. Well, maybe not you, but that's a nice house. Nice house. I like it.
We always got animals.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're an animal, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah. Animal.
Yeah.
No. All right. Well, I've run out of things to talk about, but
Okay.
I'm excited because I might be at the track twice before we do this again. How about
That's impressive.
more importantly, next week? Can we synchronize watches? Can we try to commit to doing this show next week at the same time?
Yeah, I can't see why not.
Well, check your calendar.
My calendar doesn't work like your calendar.
What, you don't have a calendar?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Apparently, when I look at my calendar, my first Chihuahua, Snoopy, passed away on June 18th, 2016.
Oh.
I was at Jackson running races,
Yeah.
and he basically died in front of me while I was running races.
Oh, so horrible.
So anyway, I'm gonna try not to channel those vibes next week.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Hey, if we get like maybe the picture down early, then maybe more than 13 people will show up.
Is this what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, I'll work on something.
All right, thank you.
All right.
You don't even have to put a date and a time, or a day.
Poor little baby.
Yeah. All right, very good.
All right. Anyway,
Message has been delivered. Fair and balanced.
You can make one too, motherfucker.
I don't know how. I don't know how. All right.
All right.
I think we need to find some new AI to do like the music again. You know, whatever. We'll work on that. So
All right.
it's getting better. You know.
We're back at it. We're back in.
Yeah, we're back in the saddle.
Had a little bit of a spring break.
Yeah. And hopefully next Thursday, hopefully there'll be a lot of on-track action. I may not be there, but it's going to be the longest day of the year next Thursday, and I have a feeling it's going to be busy at SeaTac. And who knows? Maybe yours truly will be there. Hard to say.
Still looking at flights.
Yeah. You never know.
It came down a little bit.
You only got 97 days off. You could take one extra one, but whatever. It's fine.
Well, I have jury duty that I have to be back for.
No one believes you.
Okay.
Yeah. I might have jury duty too. But my potential jury duty is on Juneteenth. So I'm hoping that everything's closed and I don't have jury duty. So
mine's on the 24th.
Yeah. So
which is also my father's birthday.
Oh, well, congrats to him. How old's Pops?
He'll be 77.
77? All right. Interesting.
So.
Well, happy birthday to him.
Yes. He's listening at some point.
He's one of the people listening, 100%.
Not live. He always listens to that later.
Oh, he's on the replay? Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the replay.
All right.
He's getting those numbers up for us.
Oh, that's good. That's never bad, actually. And so we started the show with 409 subscribers.
We're still at 409, I bet.
Survey says 409. Yeah. So hey, maybe like and subscribe. The numbers are down right now, but that's our problem. The views are down, the watch hours are down. But when you
don't have a show for 5 weeks.
Yeah, when you don't put out shows, like that was our last week peak. All right, for views, but when you don't put out shows, you did have momentum. Look, there was momentum, and then we flatlined, and now we're trying to get the momentum back. All right.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah, and if you look at it, dude, like we had a good run. Look at that. We're really like running like a freight train. Woo,
right.
Woo. It could come back. We'll see. But yeah, so like and subscribe, do that. We haven't had
share this.
Yeah, and share. We haven't had any new Amazon stuff recently.
Yeah, because I really haven't come up with anything.
Oh, okay.
I need to start pushing some of the old stuff because
maybe we need some old favorites, man.
Yeah. Daddy could use some a couple bucks.
Daddy needs some tires.
Yeah. So
I hear you.
Anyway, I actually have a thing I'm working on. I haven't quite perfected it yet, but
what is it?
What's the new Mangler bar?
Oh, a Mangler bar. Yeah.
Yeah. That goes in the body.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. What's it made out of?
Carbon.
All carbon?
Yeah. Screws in.
Ooh, a Mangler bar that screws in, huh?
Yeah.
No way. Huh? Is this going to be a first Mangler product?
No, I mean it's going to be Amazon shit, but I mean, like.
No. It's a product. Everything in RC is either been engineered by somebody who should work at NASA or it's from Amazon. That's the reality.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm working on the details of how to get it all consistent. So
okay.
Anyway,
don't you just make them and sell them? Put them in a little bag. Done.
They won't. It's yeah.
No, not worth it.
Not worth it. So anyway, we'll figure it out.
Mangler bar. All right. I like that.
All right.
I'm here for that. And so same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes.
I'll see you on Tuesday.
Bye.
More people on Tuesday.
Yep.
Here.
Bye.
Bye.